Hey guys, how are you? How are you? How are you? I want to invite you guys to come on in. Come on in. Good to see you. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Can you believe that we are about to enter into a new decade, right? Into a new decade. And I'm really excited to be in this position to just show you all and share with you all some experiences that I've had to help your organizations in this coming decade to be really prepared and positioned to be fully funded. Who am I? I am Jennifer Yarbrough. I am what I have been called the nonprofit coach, nonprofit expert with over 30 years. Guys, I've been doing this for over 3 decades. For over 3 decades, I've been doing this work of raising money, supporting organizations, leading organizations, fundraising, and writing grants for organizations. And so, what do? I help nonprofit organizations really position themselves to not just start, but to grow and to sustain themselves year after year. And as we're going into this new decade, one of the things that I'm really focused on going into 2020 is the foundational work. Starting our nonprofit organizations with passion is really important, right? Passion is important. But in addition to the passion, we need to lay a strong foundation, a foundation that is equipped with systems, a foundation that is equipped with leadership, and a foundation that is set with clarity of impact. That should be your foundation, right? So that in addition to your passion, you've got clarity, you've got capacity, and you've got sound leadership. That's going to help the organization, overcome the ebbs and the flows and the challenges that just come with life and come with organizations and businesses, right? But once you have a sound foundation, then your organization is able to overcome and strategize and navigate some of those challenges and be successful, right? So going into 2020, my focus entirely is going to be on foundation, laying a strong foundation that as you go into 2020, you've got clarity, you've got understanding of capacity, and you understand the roles and responsibility of everyone within your organization. What is really unique as the executive director and the CEO, right? The executive director and the CEO is that you have the clarity of vision and leadership to be able to manage all of the elements of the organization, being its staff, being volunteers, being the board, being the finances, being the community relations, being the opportunities that you yet have to build as a nonprofit leader, right? So all of those things are under your purview as an executive director, in addition to the program, obviously, and in addition to articulating clearly your impact. You as the leader are sitting in a position where you have the control, you have the reins, you have the responsibility, you have the opportunity really to move your organization into your community for respect, for clarity, for transparency. And that's how you grow, right? That's how you grow. So going into 2020 again, I am really looking to talk a lot about foundational work. And so today I want to talk to you guys about your board. And the board is one of the key assets of the organization that should be working in partnership with you as the executive director, right? Working in partnership with you as the executive director. And for many board members, we pick them because of because we work well with them, because we know them, possibly because of their experiences. And there's a saying that the role of the board is to give of their time, their talent, or their treasure. Their time, their talent, or their treasure, right? Their time, their talent, or their treasure. And many of you select your board members based on what you hope will be time and treasure, right? We want them to give their time. We want them also to support, and we also want them to share, or possibly talent, to share their treasure with the organization. All right, with their organization. But I want you to think about foundationally, what does your board's role, what do they perceive their role to be, right? There was a study that was done not too many years ago, talking about what is the board's perspective on what they bring to the organization, right? What's the board's perspective? And then what is the organization's perspective of what the board brings? And this is where you all want that alignment so that you and the board are walking in agreement and understanding. So from the organization's perspective, the organization is saying, listen, we're looking for the board to give of their talent and of their treasure, right? We're looking for them to give of their talent and their treasure as the most important role that we want the board to have. But from the board's perspective, their role is, they're thinking, according to the survey, they said our time is one of the most important things. And then what comes next is treasure. Now, how much that translates to, or how influential and capable the board is in giving time and giving treasure is something that you all want to be able to assess, right? Your board role, your board responsibility, your board relationship is a foundational piece that's going to help you as the executive director move your organization to the next level. All right. So this is a conversation that when you are adding to your board and when you are identifying board members to join your organization, you want to be able to really understand, from their perspective, what is it that is their most important element? What do they bring to the board, to the organization? I help organizations really assess who should be on their board. What role should they be? And I don't believe that everybody should be a board member. However, I do believe that everyone should have an opportunity to give out of their influence, out of their time, out of their interest, out of their passion to the organization in a way that benefits them. Right? Not just that it benefits us. This is not a one-way street, that it's a win-win. However, we need to negotiate and navigate around what that is so that we all have the same expectation. Many times we're looking at our board members saying, we want you to give money, we want you to give money, we want you to give money, because that's our expectation. And from the board's perspective, they're saying, but listen, we're giving you of our time, we're giving you of our time, we're giving you of our time. And from their perspective, they're right? So what I want foundationally is for you all to assess, what is it that you think is the most important role of your board? Is it time? Is it treasure? Is it talent? And what do you think the board's perspective is? Do they think that they come to your organization giving their time, giving whatever their talent is, and then their treasure? You all want to make sure that you are operating and functioning on the same level, right? So now you're speaking the same language. Now you're able to really solidify a clear plan with everybody clear about what it is that is expected. I think that open conversation is important. I think that in the role of a partnership with the board, you and the executive director, you as the executive director, are able to speak openly and honestly and be able to receive that same conversation so that you all are working in agreement. You all are working strategically on how the organization should grow. Now, ideally, everybody who's a part of the organization is moving and interested in moving the organization in the same direction, right? You want to grow your awareness, you want to grow your impact, you want to grow your visibility, you want to grow your credibility, you want to be competitive and visible in your community so that those who support you, those that would support you, could support you, recognize the value of your work, all right? So foundationally, let's start with the board. Let's start with the board and let's really assess for yourselves, what is it that you expect from your board, and are they meeting expectation? And then is it in alignment with your board's expectation? Again, these are conversations that you want to have before you put them on the board. But if they're there, let's have a conversation around our retreats. And let's have a conversation around what is it that we need as an organization that we can come together, put together the right strategy to move your organization. Money is not the problem, right? If we're all moving in the same direction, if we're all focused within our lane, within our roles, within our capacity on raising awareness for the organization, money's going to come, right? But making sure that everyone is on the same page is really important foundationally. Foundationally, that means you got the right people in the right seat, and you as the leader understand the right direction to take your organization as you're going into 2020, right? I am committed to working alongside organizations that really want to move their organization with clarity, with strategy, foundationally. Money is not that. You can get money and you can spend it. And foundationally, you could still be a wreck, right? But if you build a strong foundation of leadership, of message, a strong foundation of communicating impact into your community, a strong foundation of partnerships, a strong foundation of communications and fundraising, right? All of those things go together. All right, go together. So for those of you who say, Jen, I want to start this new decade building a strong foundation. That's what I need. I need a strong foundation. And I am committed to helping those do that work, right? Those of you who are in this community, you're going to begin to hear me speak a lot about foundational work, because without the foundation, money will come into our organization and it will seep through our hands. We will not have the foundational systems in place. We will not have the foundational knowledge in place. We will not have the foundational focus and clarity of plan in place, right? Money doesn't solve any of that. Strategy, team, right? I heard one of my, a leader that I follow say today, she said, you can build a strong team and you can make some money, right? But if you build a strong organization, a strong foundation of an organization, then that money, that organization cannot be stopped in building wealth, right? Your organizations are supported. Why? To do the impact and the change that meets a need. Money is not the foundation. You as the leader, creating an organization that has the systems, that has the strategies, that has the know-how, right? That has the clarity of focus. That means planning. That means systems of taking in revenue, even the expenses, the clarity of who do you work alongside. That includes your board, most specifically, because these are the people that foundationally are helping the organization move and make inroads in the community. So we're going to start with the board, right? So if you all are interested in this topic, foundationally, right? Foundationally setting up the foundation to be fully funded, so that you're able to go to your funders, you're able to go to grant to foundations, you're able to go to donors, and you're able to convince, you're able to invite, you're able to engage, you're able to inform them that the foundation of your organization is sound, right? And that their investment into your organization is a wise investment. Foundationally, you're able to speak about clarity, you're able to speak about impact, you're able to speak about leadership, right? You in partnership with your board. Guys, I am super excited for what I have been commissioned and burdened to do. And I'm starting with the foundation. Going into this next decade, the foundation of being fully funded is knowledge. You as the leader, foundationally, being aware of who should be on your board. What are their strengths? What are the opportunities that you have? And being able to set smart goals and to operate strategically for funding, for communications, for relationship building, for partnerships, for collaborations, for the impact that will be shared, and then who else within your community would want to be a part of that and investing in that. Guys, we're setting up organizations that are going to be sustainable, right? That's foundational. Foundational says we're doing the work to build the organizations with clarity, with leadership, with strategy, with focus, with commitment, right? So that your organizations will grow and expand in delivering your impact, serving more people that need to be helped. All right. I'm excited. I'm excited to be a part of this journey with many of you. And I'm excited to work with those of you who are ready to make real change within yourself as the leader in terms of your knowledge and information, in terms of setting the foundation for your organization so that it can be sustainable and attractive to your donors, and that you then can build a team that you can lead and manage, right? Without having to do all the work on your own. We've got to set a foundation that is going to help build and sustain. You can't do more programs and you're the only one doing the work. it will not sustain itself. You cannot grow an organization and you're the only one funding it, right? So setting the foundation, and today we're going to start with the board. For those of you who know, I am doing a free 5-day challenge, January 20th. We are taking signups right now. I'm going to drop the link in the comments below. And I am really looking forward to those of you stepping forward and saying, Jen, foundationally, I need to know. Foundationally, I need to grow in my capacity of knowledge and understanding as a leader. Many of you who've never done this work of a nonprofit, and many of you who are not sure or clear of how to do it well, I invite you to join this free 5-day challenge. All right. And over the next weeks and months, I am going to be identifying those organizations that are ready to be fully funded. You guys know you get money, and before you know it, you done ate your whole seed, right? And now you're back at a place where you still have not put together the structure and the growth plan for your organization. Money, I'm telling you, is not your problem. We're going to get you the money. In fact, I want to help 20 organizations bring in $20,000 a month, right? $20,000 a month. That's what, 20 people at $1,000? That's 40 people at $500. How does that happen, Jen? That means we are diversifying your funding stream. That means you are getting the knowledge and the clarity of how to set up that system to raise more money from other streams, right? That's how that works. So I am really looking forward to working with those committed, consistent leaders that want to really take their organization starting out in this new decade to the next level. All right. I know everybody wants to say me. I hope it's everybody, right? But I know the stats. And if you are part of that 18%, then I'm really looking forward to working with you. Everyone is welcome to go on this journey. Every live that I do going into 2020 is going to be about foundational work. Okay? And we're going to start out with the board. Those of you who have questions about your organization and where your organization is right now, put it in the comments. Say, Jen, I need help with this. Jen, I need clarity around this. We'll talk about the foundation of that, right? If you want to raise more money foundationally, we've got to have a position and the ability to attract new donors. Where do donors come from? Where does money come from? Right? So foundationally, we've got to set up the system, the strategy, the plan, the ask, right? We've got to have all of those things that are going to say, how do I approach a donor? What do I say to a donor? How do I get the first gift and then get the second gift? That part, right? Foundation, hashtag foundation. All right. We build a house with a firm foundation, and your nonprofit will stand. Okay, guys, I've been doing this work a long time, and I am super excited about what we're about to walk into and what we're about to do in terms of growth, in terms of expansion, in terms of greater impact in the communities. I'm here for the impact. The money's going to come. I'm here for the impact. And I'm here to work alongside and identify those of you who say, Jen, I'm committed. Jen, I am serious. Jen, I am consistent and want to be. I just need to know what to do. I just need to know how to do it, right? And I would start with getting into my free 5-day challenge, and finishing that part, all right? For those of you who have any questions about foundationally where you might need help, put it in the comments, and I'll be sure to add that to my upcoming lives and conversations. In the meantime, I want you guys to have an amazing rest of your Saturday as we prepare for the end of this decade. But I believe that this is a new beginning. And I think that the beginning starts now. I say don't wait till the first. I say start now, right? I've already made my plan for 2020. I want to know, have you made your plan? Have you made your plan to go harder for your community, for your organization, for your vision, for your purpose, for your dream, right? Yeah, that's my plan. And I'm starting now. Who else is starting now? Hashtag starting now. If you're saying, Jen, I'm starting right now. I'm starting right now. All right. You all have a great rest of your Saturday. And I will see you all over in the comments. And again, I'll put the link for my free 5-day challenge. Sign up. Sign up. You have an opportunity to work with me as we talk about laying the foundation for funding, for your donor system, for really understanding the foundation of your ask, right? What is my ask? And what is the foundation that I need to start with before I make the ask? What is it that I need to know before I make the ask? Let's lay that foundation. And that foundation will not fail you. It will not fail you. If it's firm, if it's solid, it will not, it cannot fail. All right? I'm telling y'all, from over 3 decades of doing this work and doing it successfully. Okay? You all have an amazing rest of your Saturday, and I'll see you all later. Blessings.